What is going on, everybody? We are back once again with another edition of, and we're about to be live on Instagram. We're now live on Instagram. Another edition of Wrestling Republics off the air immediately following NXT. As always, happy Tuesday, December the 3rd, everyone. I'm Clark Taylor. I'm stoked to be here. I've got the usual crew hanging out with me. I am going to send it first to, it's Tuesday. I'm going to send it to the DMV because you should have your twos up. The second show of the day, Tuesday Night Delight. It's Shoddy. What's good?
What is good, bro? I'm here. I don't need this microphone. I don't know why I had it down because I literally have this microphone here. Just a random thought. But I'm good, man. Second show of the day. I've been busy, obviously, in the new house and whatnot, getting more comfortable over here, and I'm excited, man. It's been an entertaining week of pro wrestling. My eyes are still a little red from crying all night from the New Day segment. So, hey, man, we here.
Okay, wait. We got a comment really quickly I got to address over on Instagram, and it's from NJ. I'm assuming New Jersey Devils _ Marino, which is all caps. Help, what happened at the end of NXT? The news cut off the show. That is wild. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned. We will address that right after these intros because we cannot start the show without that guy out in Louisville, Kentucky that you should do. What, Driz?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. It is your boy Dryzzy, aka Plug Funny, the wrestling plug. You don't know what to watch. I got you. And I have to dedicate tonight's show to a very good friend of mine, All Elite Keek. She is stepping away from content creating, but I want to make sure that she got a little bit of love before she makes her bow out and has her jersey raised into the rafters of wrestling podcasting. Much love to you, sis.
Absolutely. Much love and love that. Awesome to have everybody here. Let's get right into answering that initial question, though. Let's start with this main event. Shoddy, why don't you break it all down for us really, really quick out of the gates?
Yeah, so obviously tonight was the night where we had the last bit of the Iron Survivor matches to note the last individual in the match for the Iron Survivor. We had a multi-man match. Lexus King, Cedric Alexander, the person who won the match, Eddie Thorpe, and Axiom, who also was, you see the tension between Axiom and Nathan Frazier, who qualified already. But, fun match, surprising finish in the stance where Eddie Thorpe came out the victor. Obviously, everything tied to Eddie Thorpe last week in the whole segment where he got kind of pressed up by Shawn Michaels, thinking that he maybe hurt Ava, pushed Ava, even though it wasn't really him. It was some other crazy tag teams in the backstage. But, Ava and them review the footage. They said, hey, Eddie Thorpe, you didn't do anything. You're going to get your opportunity. Got his opportunity, seized the moment, got the win. End of the match, we kind of get a segment where obviously Ava is not in attendance at the moment because she's tending to Trick Williams, who's in the hospital, which we'll talk about. But we get Eddie Thorpe at the end of the show just beat the hell down like backstage, and we don't know who done did it. I don't know who done did it. I wasn't there. I don't have eyes behind my back of my head, so I can't tell you if I visually see it. But it gives you the question, what is going on with Eddie Thorpe? Is there someone gunning for Eddie Thorpe? Is there someone who got beef with Eddie Thorpe? Was it me? Was it me? No, it was not me.
Shaggy, it was
maybe he didn't, or maybe he took some DMT and this is all an illusion.
Caught me red-handed.
Maybe it was Maybe it's
This
one of the
one of those situations.
psychedelics kicking in.
Y'all know how ghetto the NXT locker room, the NXT parking lot is, and it's starting to spill into the actual locker room now. It's dangerous out there.
It's
It's
getting ugly. It's interesting the juxtaposition here. We have Eddie Thorpe, arguably the biggest moment of his NXT career, with the victory in the final match of the evening, whether you want to call it the main event or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show ends with him laid out.
He's laid out. He won't get back up. He ain't get back up. He's laid out.
I mean, yeah, it's funky. I don't know what to think because I don't know what to think of Eddie Thorpe. Like the jokes you just made there, Shad, I'm kind of on the same page there. Driz, what do you think about Eddie Thorpe as far as his chances in
This
this
is
iron?
oh,
Yeah,
this is
there you
why I
go.
hope. This is why I hope it did
We're
it.
hoping it's Obafemi. We are Obafemis here, and we're hoping it's Obafemi that did it.
Oba
Over
feminists.
We are
feminists, yeah.
Obafeminists. But I do not hate Eddie Thorpe, contrary to popular belief. I do believe that his brand of character is very white meat babyface, and it needs some edge. And I think he's finally getting that. And I'm hoping, I don't know, just some part of me just hoping that he like becomes like starts like the NWO in NXT or something, or just something to liven it up a little bit. And I think this will be it. I'm sure he'll be at deadline. He'll be in the match, and the who done will be solved then because he's got to know who did it. Maybe what if I made a joke about it, but what if it actually is Ava? Let's say she hired a certain family member to come and take him out because she felt he deserved it since she got hurt, and she wouldn't have been in harm's way if he hadn't pulled her into toward the door. No, he didn't push the door into her, but he kind of put her in harm's way. Let's just say a certain Tongan just happens to pop up in NXT. Let's fantasy book for a little bit. Let's just say she didn't want to administer wise reprimand him, so she's gonna let one of her cousins do it, or distant cousins. I'm not sure what the Tongans are compared to the Samoans, but let's just say
I
Hikaleo
think
pops
it's
up
still
and did it.
cousins.
What about a NOI like Lance?
Either
Ooh.
or, we have a cousin. You have like a first cousin. I think they're first cousins
And
or
yeah,
second cousins. You have a second cousin you could probably call. You have like a distant cousin Hikaleo you could call. I mean, yep. You can sit there and go call Jacob and tell him to come up for a sec.
I'm just saying it wasn't me still. It wasn't
it
me.
wasn't me.
You sure? I don't know. I seen you in that back locker room.
I mean, how could I
Says
forget
the
though?
guy who has a hoodie that says wrestling on it. You
It
can't be
wasn't me.
trusted.
It
I
wasn't me.
thought you was about to top point me out. Like, no, this says
It wasn't
Ken
me.
Masters. There's a difference.
I don't know,
Shotokan.
bro. It
I
it could
mean,
it could have very well been anybody. Hell, man.
by the way, DC Warlord with Lance is signed to NXT.
And so is our good
And
buddy
then
Hikaleo.
Anthony Manzano, Zilla Fatu. We opened up a can of worms here, which I actually like. That's kind of fun.
Mhm.
We did. Should we move on to the next one?
Let us. Well, hold on. All that is a part of the men's Iron Survivor match. Just big ass who done it. Who do you guys have winning the Iron Survivor match? We have Wesley, Javon Evans, Nate Frazier, Ethan Page, and one Edward Thorpe. Who do you have winning, Clark?
I mean, I really, really, really want to say Javon Evans, but I'm not sure right now because I'm wondering if somebody fills in for one Edward Thorpe given this current angle, Drizzy.
Do you think he's
And
really
I'm
that hurt?
wondering if somebody that's not in the match
Mm-hmm.
yet is the winner. Like, my heart wants Javon Evans. And so this feels like a bit of a cop-out and like a bad answer. But truth be told, like what my thought process is, I think somebody ends up, and Anthony Manzano just commented it right there. I think Obafemi might replace one Eddie Thorpe and get the victory in this match, Driz. And that's kind of, that's where my heart says Javon Evans, my gut says Obafemi's in this match. And he made the move to get his way into this match, but I'll let you digest that for a second.
I don't hate that idea. I really don't hate that idea. But I also don't think that it fits Obafemi's style. I feel like he's very upfront and confrontational about the stuff that he does. When he wants you, he makes it known that he wants you. So I couldn't see him taking out somebody from behind. I see more of I want your spot. You're giving it to me in the middle of the ring in front of everybody because it's all about dominance with him.
I think that's totally fair, but there's one thing I'll say. I think he might be at a spot where he's a little fed up, right? He's not quite stoked about the fact that there's all this big stuff coming up and his face and his name isn't on the marquee. So he might have taken matters into his own hands.
It depends when the Iron Survivor is given the title shot opportunity.
It will be at New Year's Revolution.
So part of that,
New Year's Evil, my bad.
Yeah, so part of that makes me feel like Oba is to get the title on a grander stage, but part of me also can see Oba being the champion going into Rumble season, going into the Rumble, maybe having the belt with him as a participant in the Royal Rumble in a situation like that. So I could kind of see it on both ends. So you guys are picking your winner for this match right now?
Yeah. I didn't actually pick a winner. We're just kind of playing.
He hasn't picked his yet. I gave one with my heart, one with my gut, and I'll catch you up. By the way, I did. No. You haven't picked yet, right?
No, DC Warlord said I botched. Where did I botch?
No, he didn't. Nobody botched anything. No. DC Warlord. No, absolutely not. No, Dryzzy.
Where my botch? Where my botch?
Did not botch anything.
How would you know, DC Warlord? You ain't got
either way. I picked Obafemi with my gut, replacing Eddie Thorpe, and then with my heart, I picked Javon Evans.
Yeah,
and Dryzzy introduced the segment shot. That was the scoop, and he did not botch. Contrary to the comment section over there. Shout out Dryzzy Warlord, though. He's normally spot on with that one, but
I'm a man of my word. I did botch. I did say New Year's Revolution. It is New Year's Evil. New Year's Revolution is a pay-per-view that no longer exists.
That's in the interest of fairness. Yes. Okay. We're back, right? Though, Shad, it's your pick.
Yeah.
And then Dryzzy, you're going to be the main event of picks because you introduced a segment.
Yeah.
We're done.
So my pick, with all things tied to what you brought up in regards to, we got a circumstance with the match being at New Year's Evil with the counterparts part of the match. To me, it feels more of a competitor that is going to just give Trick Williams a new, fresh opponent, allow Trick to kind of continue his title reign. So with that being said, I won't pick Obafemi. It very well may be somebody new that comes in, or it could be Obafemi. Who knows? But I don't think Oba is the initial opponent for Trick right out the gate. I am going to go on a limb, and I'm going to pick somebody who else we're going to talk about because he's going to be wrestling twice. I got Nathan Frazier winning. I think we are going to see some severe character development with Nathan Frazier this coming weekend. I think he is putting all of his eggs in a basket for one match compared to another match. Maybe that is a spoiler for the other match. But I think Nathan Frazier is the perfect opponent for Trick, maybe as a matchup in regards to he'll give Trick a hell of a match. But I think we're gonna get a heel Nathan Frazier coming up. Or maybe we'll get a babyface that gets, screwed over by his teammate. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna pick Nate Frazier.
Nathan Frazier.
I like it.
Respect.
I like the dilemma that it causes, especially if this match happens after the tag match. Because I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten to it, but we pretty much kind of have a feeling how that one's gonna go. But
I mean, okay, Drizzy, this is what it comes down to, though, is we got to get a pick from you. So I've gone Obafemi officially. Unofficially, I took a secondary guy in Javon Evans, which is unfair. I cheated. I definitively cheated. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. Driz, I'll give you 1.5 picks as well. And Shot, if you'd like to have a half pick on the back end of this segment, you're welcome to it.
My half pick actually is gonna go toward Dead Nathan Frazier one. I really like the whole dilemma, but it's all gonna. This Nathan Frazier pick is all gonna be based on where this match falls in the card. I'm pretty sure it's not the main event, but it's just a matter of fact of where this match falls in the card. My official pick, though, goes to a man who had a taste of the main event earlier this year, and he needs to get it back. Or last year, and he needs to get back into it full time. Wesley, he done shaved his hair, so he looked like 2010 Desmond Xavier. He is my official pick to win. My man is a NXT main eventer, and they need to go ahead and keep him there. He's earned it, and I think he's done the proper character development to be that main eventer.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. One more time. Who's your official pick?
My official pick is Wesley.
And then your half pick is Frazier.
Yes, my half pick is Frazier.
Respect. You know who my half pick is going to be? I am going to. I'm about to spitball something crazy, and y'all might hate me for it. People on the other side of AEW might hate me for it. I got Pentagon Jr.
No.
I got Penta. The one who attacked Nathan Frazier, attacked Eddie Thorpe, and I got Penta winning the match.
Oh no.
Let the world explode, man.
Oh man. That's a heck of a half pick. Dude, the half pick segment. I think we're gonna have to stick with this. This is cool. 1.5 picks. I like that.
It's like you know what's crazy.
Because you get one in a backup. Like you could be half right.
I'll tell you this. I won a parlay yesterday on DraftKings off of $1. I won $200. And that's
we know it. We don't encourage gambling on this show, but yeah.
Oh, heavy into gambling. Y'all should do it. Waste all your money. No, I'm joking, but I put it. It's like that, like one of those like just kind of those like flyer things, and sometimes it might hit. So that's my flyer pick.
I love that Penta El Cerro Miedo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, get him. Absolutely, 100%.
Oh my God,
I'm with
this is funny.
The Rock.
Well, I
don't think
final.
Respect.
The final boss don't even know who Eddie Thorpe is.
How about The Rock doesn't even know where NXT is? Like
he rock bottomed them. He just showed up at the.
He probably thinks, he looks at it.
I feel like his pyro and stuff can't even happen in NXT.
That's so good.
He probably thinks Ava has like a summertime job as a lifeguard, and that's what
NXT summer is. Internship. Like, you done with your internship, honey? You ready to come home?
Honey, we appreciate
They're like, no, papa.
I don't think I can definitively say in a non-gambling way, it's not The Rock. I will say, I IU Shraj 06 said Oba attacked Eddie, which, yeah, we're all over that. It's a possibility, 100%.
I don't know, man. It may have been a masked man named Penta.
I'm just saying, I totally said it. I did. I said it's Oba. That's my half pick. Actually, that's my full pick. My half pick is Javon. I kind of went reverse.
Yeah,
I don't put the attacker as my full pick. Really I pushed the chips to the middle of the table. You know what I mean?
So I do want to do something before we start
Do something
the rest of the predictions, right? Because I want to talk about something briefly. And I kind of want to get y'all's perspectives since we kind of just, going around the horn. What is the point of Eric Bischoff being on today's episode of NXT? What did that achieve? Like, it literally looked like he was just stroking his own ego, talking in the ring.
It gave me a chance to say, "I'm back."
That was the best part of it.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was all about.
Iconic theme, one of the best themes.
They needed somebody. They needed somebody with a TV show, and currently in NXT, there's nobody with any type of TV show. So they had to call a Hall of Famer up that was free on a Tuesday.
He said that they were really good. That was one of the
I
things.
ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Maybe for
so
that.
I have a
big dude. NXT's killing it. The Revolution.
I don't know.
I don't know. Speech.
I don't know
like
if this
the Dan Campbell of wrestling promos this week.
I don't know about that. He ain't getting nobody hyped.
Dude, he was trying to fire up that whole locker room. He's like, "This is it. It gives me the same feeling I got in 1996.
It's awesome.
And it's awesome. And we got him."
He's not. The nostalgia thing don't work with Bischoff no more, bro. He's just a grumpy old podcaster now.
It doesn't work in WWE.
He's like me.
No, I'll stop it. I'll push back on that. It doesn't work in WWE, but in AEW, I do think it works.
Yeah.
Because the whole aspect of being on Turner, seeing Eric Bischoff on Turner broadcasting,
that was better. Something. It does. Yeah. You're right. I will say that.
But is CW Turner?
No, he's talking about when he was on AEW a few years ago.
Oh yeah, that was gnarly.
But also, though, I will say he was on AEW.
Sorry, I'm confused.
During when there was no fans there too, because it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So other thing in the same segment, right? So that's the Bischoff portion. How do we feel a night removed of the most saddest moment in WWE history with the New Day splitting up? We are running back a Ridge Holland breaking necks angle. Why the hell are we doing this, bro?
Nah, it's too soon.
Not a fan. Too soon.
It's way too soon. I don't think we should be doing any type of. I understand it's the art. I understand it's the art. It's the art. It's not the artist. Yes. It's the art. But
I'm doing this.
I'm not a fan of it. Can he break another part? Can he rip a shoulder at the side? Just leave it alone.
It's the fact that they alluded to the neck all the damn time, bro. And you gotta call a spade a spade. Like we do
the brace out.
Give me
the ways.
Because I say the same thing. Like I always thought when Danielson kind of overdid that neck thing in matches during AEW, I'm just like, all right, bro, I get it. You overcame it, and we're playing off of that.
Yeah,
I get
it.
Edge too, right? But this is us trying to celebrate a big mistake he made.
We all know.
You know what I'm saying?
In a weird way, I almost have empathy for Ridge. Because I don't know if it's the booking or if it's Ridge's call that he's trying to play off.
I really don't think that's his idea. I really believe
it is. And I also have empathy for him because he probably wants to get past this as much as anybody. That's something that as a performer is probably pretty traumatic for him. He's not stoked about the fact that he spiked Big E on his head. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's just not. Like
knowing
I can't
knowing
fathom that
Shawn
from Ridge
knowing
from
Shawn
Ridge
Michaels though,
or anybody.
he would kind of Shawn Michaels is from the era of like, yo,
Embracing your demons.
But it's
embrace
not
your
just
yeah,
Shawn,
exactly.
right? There's other
Because
Other
influences
people in
down
the right end.
like in
Yeah,
and
true.
NXT, and you never
and I
know.
mean, and this also could just be us being overly sensitive about it because it
Yeah.
happens a lot in wrestling. Everybody, anything that's been bad happens, they'll sit there and use it in storyline as real motivation for stuff all the time. And like I said, it may be us being overly sensitive. I'm just not a fan of it, but
Yeah,
it's working because it's made Ridge into a main eventer.
I wish there was a way
Yeah.
to elevate Ridge and show off his actual talent, because I do believe like the guy's a strong athletic dude. At the end of the day, like he's very talented. I wish there was a way to showcase him that doesn't directly link back to that
The
one
the only
instance.
the only issue is that attribute you just said is like 70% of professional wrestlers.
It is,
Everyone. So you gotta do
but you
something
know,
that sticks out.
he's got a cool background, right? Like rugby player. He's got a cool move set. He's got a good look, right? Like he's physically intimidating, all of that, right? Like he's got a lot going for him. And I just wish for him and for Big E's sake that moment can be put behind us and we can separate the two, because that's what we saw on Monday tells us that it won't be paid off on television. We know that, right? As wrestling fans, it's unfair to both.
For sure.
It's not just unfair to Big E. It's unfair to Ridge as well.
For Big E's sake, I don't think he necessarily, in this circumstance has any doesn't harm him. I don't think he necessarily probably cares. I think they maybe have had a conversation, I'd assume. But no, it doesn't help Ridge Holland as well. Unless you want him to become like a nuclear heel that just gets becomes a big heat magnet. But like I don't know, like it's not really garnering like that much heat. I think people are just like gonna boo him
Yeah.
because they like Trick, but I don't think they would bat an eye towards him in any other circumstance.
Yeah, like we got to stop with the like it's the stretcher thing for me. That's where I draw the line kind of. I don't mind him being a brute force that dominates and wins matches by squash or whatever, right? Because he has the type of move set and the physicality to do things like
You
that.
and bro, you can't say this because they literally are doing that, and Vince ain't running the show.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you already seen the comment. I was getting ready to say something about that, but it's a wrestling trope. This is a thing that they do
Yeah,
in wrestling. This
Yeah.
is not just for WWE. They do it in all aspects of wrestling.
for
Jeff
sure.
Jarrett was having an affair with Kurt Angle's wife. They
Oh, that's
used that on TV.
it's
Edge
Uh,
crazy.
and Lita.
the
Matt
broken
Edge and
Matt
Lita.
Legend Eater. That
That's all
the
time.
straight edge Jeff Hardy CM Punk feud. That
Yep,
is legit how they are in real
Yeah,
life, and they use that stuff even though they know Jeff's background and his demons. So
exactly.
it's a wrestling thing. It's not a Vince thing or a WWE thing. It's something that all of wrestling does. You just have to separate the art from the artist.
For
100%,
sure.
100%. Um, okay,
But
should we move on to the women's
yeah,
Iron
so
Survivor?
Yeah.
I mean those were kind of the main things from the show tonight that I wanted to kind of address before we got to the predictions.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's have some fun, man. We got deadline on
Woo!
Saturday.
Well, I was gonna say we already hit the men's Iron Survivor predictions too, so it's
Yeah.
women's,
We
and
got the rest of
then
the card too.
we got the rest
Yeah.
of the card as well. Do you want to introduce the women's Iron Survivor, Driz?
I can. All
Go
right,
for it.
our women's Iron Survivor match. I'm not sure if anybody here knows what the Iron Survivor match is. 20 they say it's the most exciting 25 minutes in wrestling. I don't know about all. It was last year. It very well may be again this year. But the women's Iron Survivor match: Sol Ruka, Stephanie Vaquer, Zarya, Julia and Ren Sinclair. Yes, that's right. Ren Sinclair are all facing off for a chance to face off against Roxanne at New Year's Evil. Fellas, who do you have? Who wants to go first? Mm,
I'm gonna go first,
That
man.
What
I'm gonna
you
go
have, bro?
first. I'm gonna go first, man. I said it a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna say it again. There ain't a woman in professional wrestling, maybe other than Io Sky, that I'm taking over Stephanie Vaquer at this current juncture of time. I think she is the epitome of the next big thing when we're talking about a lucha libre professional wrestler. I said the hole that WWE is trying to fill with a Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero as a lucha superstar. I'm not saying she's like them, but what we had with Eddie and Ray, I think it is Stephanie Vaquer. I think this is the perfect match for her to show you why she is one of them ones. You're going to see the athleticism. You're going to see the technical prowess that she has as an in-ring worker. You're going to see the stamina. All of that is going to be a full-on clinic in a match with a bunch of phenomenal talents. Zarya, Julia, Sol Ruka, the underdog, Ren Sinclair. I gotta go with Stephanie Vaquer, man. I think we are going to get to Stephanie and Roxanne Perez, and I think Stephanie is going to be the one that is gonna eventually dethrone her. And I can see it being at New Year's Evil. So I'm gonna go on the limb and I'm gonna keep riding with the one who I've been rocking with for a couple weeks now. I bought a lot of stock on the Stephanie Vaquer, Bitcoin. Let's cash out, man. Let's cash out. I got Stephanie.
Mm.
And yes, she has pinned Roxanne Perez in multi-women matches.
I love that pick. So that makes it my turn, or Driz? Would you like
You
to
can
make
go.
your pick first?
You
Want
can
me to
go.
go first?
Yeah, you can go.
All right. I'm going to go wild. I'm going to keep it on the West Coast, even though it's well north of me. She's basically from Oregon, as far as I'm concerned, as a SoCal guy myself. But I'm going to take Sol Ruka. Because why wouldn't I? I mean, she's the best athlete in the match. No joke. Not even close. Put in the most work on the NXT roster, unlike the rest of them. She's been around. She knows what's up. She seems healthy too. Looked like she wrestled not in that knee brace the other day. Maybe the knee's healthier than I realized. Maybe the knee's healthier than we realized. Sol Ruka, it's her time. I'm going with Sol.
Nice, nice, nice. Me, on the other hand, y'all know normally I'm a big fan of the big bruisers in these matches. They always seem to pick up multiple pins really fast. But I think I'm gonna put all my chips on the underdog this time. I've written off Ren Sinclair of making it into this match last week, and she not only got a win last week, she got the win tonight to get into the match, and then also was able to outsmart the Prodigy and lay her out. Ren Sinclair and the No Quarter Catch crew are on a roll right now, and they have momentum. And I think I think right now it's safe to say she has more momentum than the other women in this match. So Ruka hasn't wrestled in a couple of weeks now. Stephanie Valker and Julia both matches last week kind of set out. This week is Zarya. I can't even remember when she was the first to qualify, and it's been a while. Ren Sinclair has consistently through these last 3 weeks been going. She has momentum. She is a boulder rolling downhill. I'm going to go and put my chips on her to win this match and face Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil.
Ooh, so we got 3 different picks.
I like it.
We've got
And they're all very
Ren
credible.
Sinclair.
And
We've
all
got
very
Sol
credible.
Ruka, and we've got Stephanie Vaquer with you, Shad. But what we established earlier in our predictions, we all get half picks.
Yeah.
That's only for Iron Survivor matches, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. If
in
it's
the
more than-
future. This
if
is
we're more than
Iron
4 people,
Survivor exclusive. Everyone gets a half pick.
Okay.
I am going to put my half pick. I'm going with Zarya. I'm going with Zarya for my half pick. I'm taking Zarya.
Okay.
Artist formerly known as Delta, correctly? Right?
Apparently.
Delta Airlines. More of a
Apparently.
United American guy, but Delta heck of an airline. Especially
Yeah.
if you're flying out of Atlanta. There's a TGI Fridays in the terminal. I've had
That's
some chicken
unfortunate.
fingers out in my lifetime.
That's unfortunate. Fridays is trash.
Who are you going with?
I am gonna have. I get a half pick, man. Why not take the the beautiful madness herself, man? Julia. I'm taking Julia. If you're giving me a half pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Julia because Julia is just a damn star, and I could see her very well win the match too. So I'm gonna go with Julia.
I like that. I like that a lot. Drizzy, your half pick.
My half pick is going to be a double pick because I'm doubling down on Ren Sinclair. I am doubling down
1.5 times.
Damn, a
You're
friend
getting
of
it multiple times.
a friend of the show.
It's almost
friend
like
of
we're
a friend.
sponsoring her at this point.
Yeah.
Ren Sinclair is on a road, 3 wins in 3 weeks. Well, 2 wins in 3 weeks. But she has been wrestling the most consistently out of all these women this month. It's hard to beat that momentum.
You went full State Farm discount double check.
Discount double check.
Sinclair discount
Ren
double
Sinclair.
check, dude. Ren Sinclair. No
Raj,
doubt.
or whatever they call him.
1.5 times Ren Sinclair. Drizzy, you heard it here first. That's all I'm saying. Let's talk about. I mean, speaking of, we spoke about Ridge Holland earlier. Should we predict that match next?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't we gonna predict them all and then just
let's talk about it.
tell
Yeah,
everyone
we
have a great
can
Tuesday?
predict it. We can predict it.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
So we've got Trick Williams just left. Are these Kobe? Are these odds Vegas certified? No. We didn't even say anything about gambling. There's nothing gambling related. It was a joke.
I can look up the odds.
No. No. No.
Okay, fine. Go ahead, bro.
No gambling. We didn't gamble. We're not going to gamble. We don't encourage gambling. I call a 1-800-GAMBLER if you feel like you have a problem with gambling. We're just going to talk about Trick and Ridge Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Ridge Holland appeared to get a neck brace, which was not ideal, and was taken out of the arena on a stretcher.
Trick, you mean?
Yeah, Trick. That's what
I
said.
Ridge. You said Ridge.
At the hands of Ridge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Trick Williams at the hands of Ridge. It was rugby versus football, and it was rugby kind of sneak attacked him, and it got ugly from there. Trick Williams was taken from the arena in an ambulance, and Ava, of course, rode in that ambulance as well, if I remember correctly. Sorry, it's been a while since the show ended, but yeah, it's not looking good for Trick Williams heading into, heading into this match. Shad, do you want to go first on these predictions?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. First and foremost, let's talk about what you brought up: football versus rugby. Ain't nobody care about rugby. Nobody gives a damn about rugby. It's America, baby. It's America. We're talking about NFL here. And if we're talking about NFL, we're talking about former Philadelphia Eagle, Trick Williams. Yes, the best team in the NFL right now, right? The Eagles. He's got that Kelly Green blood pipeline, and he's got the Vince Papali. He couldn't make the team, but he's still once an Eagle, always an Eagle. I respect rugby. We got Jordan Mailata, former punter Aaron Sipos used to be a rugby player. But it's about football, man. We talking about a guy who got grit. I got Trick Williams winning. Look, in all actuality, Ridge Holland is playing the role as the heel and being the competitor and doing all of this, but he is not championship material. This guy as NXT World Champion would be absolute malpractice for the men's division. If you want to set the NXT men's division back a couple decades of just when NXT wasn't even here, that's what happens if you give Ridge Holland the title. Ridge Holland would arguably be the worst NXT champion ever if given the opportunity. It's asinine,
I
Asa
hear
10,
you.
Asa 11, Asa 47, all of that.
I agree with you. I think one trick shot ball game. I will say, friend of the show here, Deontay Belladonna from South Africa, said he played rugby when he was 5 to 8. He loves rugby. My good friend Dupree now from South Africa as well.
I rock with
Heck
you,
of a
bro.
rugby player. And I mean this like that. No, rugby is awesome. I agree. But I will say, I think Trick Williams gets the win. And it shouldn't be about football versus rugby here when it comes to these injuries. But I will lean football over rugby at the end of the day. I can't lie. I can't lie to myself. And I probably just gave away my pick because I'm going Trick Williams as well. I think he bounces back from his trip to the hospital, just like Shad does.
Rich Holland can't win on a 50-50 ball. Come on.
No, he can't win. And he played in college too. I love that. Yes.
That's awesome, man.
Respect. No doubt about that. No disrespect to rugby. But I'm also picking Trick Williams. Driz, last, certainly not least, when it comes to this one, who are you picking?
I've been singing the praises of Rich Holland for about a month now. He ended Chase U last week. Well, not was it last week. It was the week before last. And he has been on a roll as well. He has all types of momentum. I say all that to tell you that Rick ain't losing. He has in the career. He has everything. Rich had to learn how to get the things that he has, and he doesn't have it all the way yet. He just understands that he knows he has it. He doesn't have to know how to tap into it. But Trick Williams has tapped into it. He is main event status now, and I don't see him losing this belt until we get to Stand and Deliver when we get Obafemi versus Trick Williams. You thought I was off the wagon, but I'm not. We are getting that match one way or another over somebody's body.
Whoa, Driz, I love it. Now we're talking. Okay.
Respect it.
Yeah, I'm in. Where do I sign? I'm like, someone get me a pen.
Like, this is the road we take in trying to build up Trick as a world champion. We know the NXT main event scene does leave a bit lacking, but the biggest stars they have right now are Trick Williams and Obafemi.
Facts.
And we can't just give it away at the little shows. You got to give it at their big show, and that is definitely their big show match.
Minneapolis doesn't deserve that match, so we gotta give it for a bigger stage. Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, yeah, I think that's what would be a good one.
Big money.
Now we're talking. So wait, we've got 2 more left to go, or
there's 2 matches left.
Fraxium and No Quarter Catch Crew.
It is correct.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of funky because we got people working double time. But let's make our pick. Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to cut you off like that. I just wanted to add that in there.
For sure. And I mentioned it earlier because I picked Nate Frage. But with that being said, I think it's time for a new era of tag team champions. And I got my boys. First and foremost, let me say this real quick too, man. Yo, my man Randy Morton on the new Quarter Catch crew. Randy Morton is incredible, bro.
Randy Morton
Like,
Steakhouse.
yeah, Randy Morton, getting all the steak because he crazy. He's probably skinnier than real Randy, but doppelgang Randy, bald head. He's trying to be bald head Randy too. He kind of looked like Kyle Fletcher in a way as well, which is kind of
He's mini
wild.
Randy.
Yeah, my bad. Miles Bourne. Sorry, that's his real name. That's
That's Randy Orton's. That's Randy Orton's kid.
Well, I can't even say his mother. I can't even say his mother. I can't even say his mother gave him that name because the NXT gave him. Regardless,
Sean called him Randy Morton the entire time we were watching the show before this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop laughing, and it's like it doesn't get old.
Let me tell you this, bro. Tonight's little battle royal they had was a banger of a match, and the finish with Mr. Randy Morton and how he was able to come up on top. I'm not gonna say it moved me, but them advancing and winning moved me a little bit. Tavion Heights, bro. This dude is a freaking problem. I saw him wrestle on a main event taping last year when I went to Monday Night Raw in DC, and he wrestled Apollo Crews. Greco-Roman, wrestler, athletic as hell, strong as hell. Dude is a problem. I think he fits the mantra of what No Quarter Catch Crew is. I think Miles Bourne, all jokes aside, is a athletic, strong dude as well. This is the tag team backed by the faction that can make me a little bit more invested in this tag division. I think they're young, talented enough. I think they are the perfect ones to beat Fraxium, and that is a moment maker for them to beat someone like Fraxium. I got No Quarter Catch Crew getting the win, getting the title, and no tag team champions, Randy Morton and Tavion Heights.
The Randy Orton clone.
Drizzy, who's your pick?
Miles Bourne reminds me of, in Young Justice when they have Superman's clone. That's what he is. He looks just like a Randy Orton clone. I am also going No Quarter Catch Crew, a team who has been very consistent lately. The team as a whole has momentum. And Tavion Heights' excursion to Pro Wrestling Noah has paid incredible dividends. He looks amazing in the ring. You cannot deny this. They might be the one. These may be the guys to pick up the tag team division and run with it when Frazier and Axiom get into their feud because it's coming. Oh, it is coming, and it is going to be a main event feud. Definitely expect to see that one for a belt soon too.
I respect it. I think it's a good pick, and I'm obviously up third with my choice in this one. I think the name of the opposite team is exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be no quarters when it comes to this catch crew. It's going to be nickels and dimes, and Fraxium gets the job done by the skin of their teeth, retains the titles. I'm going against my two co-hosts here, but unintentionally, it's my actual pick. I believe Fraxium retains. Continue to tease the breakup. It's an overcoming situation. I think the beginning of the card is going to look like the Iron Survivor match. I think Frazier might be a little bit compromised, to say the least, post that match. But he does return for his guy, Axiom. Fraxium retains. That's my pick. I'm sticking with it. Sorry, Randy Morton, not this time. Stakes well done today. It's going to be tough. Like a hockey puck.
He got to start coming out In My Light.
All right.
Hey, nothing you can say.
Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the real main event.
Everyone knows it's the main event. Yes. Everyone knows this is the main
reason
event.
why we put this match last, because this is the one we care about the most.
Ropes gone. Take the ropes away. Get rid of them. No more running the ropes.
Y'all can't
Not
tell
today.
me. Y'all
Nope.
can't tell me Jada Parker forgot she
No
was on
rope
TV
running in
tonight.
this match. This is the NXT Underground Overground because it's gonna happen in the ring in the middle of the arena. It's not gonna be like backstage like it was at first. But yeah, it's Jada Parker and it's Lola Vice, and it's gonna be electric. Knockout or submission. We saw Jada's got that KO power. We saw that today displayed full display, to say the least. That was one shot. That was one shot, kid. In the words of Ronnie from Jersey Shore, that was one shot, kid. You know?
Oh my god, I forgot that episode.
That was
One
one shot,
shot, kid.
That was one shot, kid. I'm just saying, like, it was. Jada got
That's
her.
funny shit.
Okay. Drizzy or Shot, who wants to go first? Who was your pick to win? And who wants to break down this match? I mean, this is all time.
I'll give my
winning?
thoughts. I'll
Go
give
ahead,
my
do
thoughts.
your thing.
My thoughts are that this has been a very well booked feud. The tenacity, the hatred towards these two women have with each other, them one upping each other in circumstances, starting off as supposed to be teammates in the match to where we got here now, them having that hardcore match with the infamous brick to the head. This has been some great stuff, bro. I really wholeheartedly have been enjoying it. I think Jada Parker is someone who has had one of the bigger meteoric rises in NXT and is so different than anybody else on the roster because she's got something that a lot of other women, and that goes to the champion, that goes to both champions, honestly, if I'm being real with you. It's being able to have that sense of charisma and being able to talk that talk. And I think she is got so much comfortability as a character, but it also matches the physicality, the athleticism, and strength. On the other aspect, you got a superstar, someone from the MMA background. We're literally having this match because we know that this woman is a walking weapon of what she could do with her bare hands, and that is something to really take in to consideration for Lola. This is her type of style matches.
She can go.
She doesn't beat Shayna Baszler in this type of match, right?
I believe she's undefeated, actually.
She's undefeated and she beat Natty as well. Jada, I love you. I think you're great. I think you won the last match. This is you coming into Lola Vice's ballpark. I gotta pick Lola Vice. I got Lola Vice winning this match. I'm gonna go on a limb. Also, this is a dark horse match of the night.
I think so too. So you've got Lola Vice with the win.
Yeah.
Drizzy, your pick.
I'm conflicted because this was a very well booked feud. Both of these women, that's what I always love about NXT's women's division. They find the most unique ways to put women in feuds. It's not always I look better than you or that's my man or over a belt. This is over respect. Women are they can fight to have respect too. And these two women have made they're just so real. I could definitely feel like I would be out on the street and I could hear Jada Parker like, I know you hearing me. Get out here so we can get going. Like they are legit calling each other out to fight, not play at all.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely adore that in both of these women. Who's winning? I really want to. I don't want to put much. I just want to sit back and enjoy it.
Do it,
If I have
baby.
to pick if I have to pick, I will go Lola Vice. I feel like
Bye.
Jada by knockout, kick to the head.
Okay.
I really believe it'll be a kick to the head. Her kicks are just as lethal as Jada in that elbow or that brick. But these two are gonna go all over the place.
I couldn't agree more. And before we go home, I'm going to make my pick really quick. So we just have a few seconds before that. And I hate to make it 3 for 3, but the great Mirko Krokop used to say, right leg hospital, left leg cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going to see from Lola Vice against Jada Parker in this match. Jada with the knockout with that. It was a forearm or an elbow. It caught her. It was clean. Those feet, those are educated feet. One went to Harvard, one went to Yale, and one of them's going to catch that chin. And I can't wait to see this match, but that is my prediction when it comes to the finish. But guys, overall, this is a fun card. I agree, though, Shad, you said it earlier. This is the true main event, and I absolutely believe that this is the one. I mean, Matt Williams said, like, right here. Oh, you got it.
I clicked in my bed too.
You're fine.
Yeah,
we're clicking it at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, never gonna find me complaining about Jada Parker Lola. Am I right? Yes,
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
never complain about it.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I might have to rewatch the hardcore match for research purposes as well.
We've
I'm
also
gonna
got
I watched the game tape.
Deontay said she's a former footballer as well. Yes, that's true. Absolutely.
No. It's a soccer player. We don't
That's
acknowledge
different.
them as footballers.
Whoa. We're not gonna do that. Deontay so that I get it. They say footballers.
Talking to, bro.
fair.
I'm number one in the Premier League fantasy league, bro.
The whoa.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that mess. I do not want to talk about
How
that mess.
funny is that, by the way? How is it possible? No. Wait a minute. Anybody that's watching this, anybody that's watching this, that knows that, like, we all do all of these shows, and a lot of everybody at WR is based in the UK. The fact that me and Shad are basically outside of Kobe, who's been on a roll in the fantasy NFL league, in fantasy NFL and fantasy English Premier League, me and Shad are basically 1-2 in points scored. How is that possible?
We're like
where are the UK guys at? Yeah, which football is it? Which football is it? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, right? Like, you got me and Shad with.
You don't know what fantasy football is, dog. Damn.
Oh, dude, it's just, you know, it's
a heart attack waiting to happen. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a big waste of time. I am undefeated though in the
Look, man,
I'm undefeated in the fantasy league.
Hold up, before we go off, I always gotta flex this for the.
He's winning the Premier League one.
I'm not in our league, but I am a former fan. I won a fantasy football title. My belt's over there. Y'all seen it on the podcast.
Oh, I've got a belt.
I got a belt. That is my fantasy football belt being held by the lovely Trish Stratus that everybody in our age group.
I'm the defending champ. I got my belt.
Mine's I don't feel like getting it right now. I gotta go upstairs and get it.
No, dude, I got a belt. It's the best fantasy football. Basically, you draft players and then they play football and you can win at the end. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. That does bring us to the end of the show. We are way up against the clock, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. That thumbs up and everything helps us a bunch. You guys are the best. We'll see everybody tomorrow, next week, all of that. Have an excellent Tuesday night. I'm gonna go have some tacos. Matt Williams is
Matt Williams is wild. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, well, the daily tomorrow, same time, same place. That's 9 a.m. in Hawaii. Do the math from there. We'll talk to everybody soon.
That's funny as hell, bro.